That's Jack. Jack must be around. Let me ring the. Oh, there he is. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Well, so you guys showed up late. I was just about to click the thing off, but you guys all showed up. So, um, have you got a good record of the 12 moves here, so that we can do the 12 moves? No.
Well, not me. I can't speak for everyone.
All right, then it's up to you guys to use your memory, because I've sent this to you 2 or 3 times. So use your memory. Try and reconstruct the 12 that we've learned so far. We're going to use 18 finally, but we've got 12 right now.
Okay.
So go ahead and do them. And I would suggest you just do this as a group. All right. I don't know if one of you wants to be. I tell you what. How about today? We'll make Jack the leader.
That's
I,
good.
I have a cheat sheet, so I'll call them out.
Oh, okay, he's got the cheat sheet, so he can call them out, and then you guys go ahead and practice, right? I'll be working around the corner here if you have any questions.
Okay.
Have fun, guys.
All right.
Thanks,
Let's go.
Jack.
Okay. First one, Yang Qi clears tension. Yin Yang harmony. Bear presses palms. Emperor's cartwheels. And reverse. Pick stars to the moon. And reverse. Insert palms and sleeves. White ape presents fruit. And reverse. Pouring gold. Wind blows lotus leaves. Wind swings willow. Collect chi to origin. Heaven and earth open and close. And reverse.
Mhm.
Thank you.
Sure. Hey, Malcolm? Is Malcolm there?
Right, no, I'm here. I had myself muted. Hold on.
Okay,
Thank you, Jack.
Okay,
sure.
so one of the things you should just think about when you're doing a series like Fang Gong, it's really about relaxation. The truth is, when you do Fang Gong, you don't do all 18 of them. You just don't. Uh, they're meant to be relaxing. So one of the one I do all the time is Yin and Yang Harmony, and you might do that for half an hour, and that's the only one you do. All right. So we're learning them. We're going to go ahead and learn the 18 most popular ones. But the truth is, you're probably not going to do them most of the time as a sequence. And you're certainly probably not going to do all 18 of them. And I'll tell you why. You want to do them slowly, and you want to do them for a long time. It's like, if I suggest you, uh, why don't you meditate? Okay, now let's do something else. It's not much of a meditation. So, Catherine's been going to some meditations in the last couple of years where I think you're meditating all day. Isn't that right, Catherine?
Mhm.
Yeah, you don't meditate for 5 minutes and then get up and do something else. And it's a little bit the same way with Fang Gong. You want to take your time. So the other day when we did it, Friday, um, we did all 12 of them, but it took the entire period. It took all 40 minutes. And that's because I was doing a lot of, when I was doing any of these, I was usually counting to 36. Now, normally when I do things for myself, I don't count. But when you're teaching, you sort of have to keep control of things. There's nothing right or wrong about doing them short or long. Just be aware of them, aware of what you're doing and what it is you want to create in yourself, what atmosphere you want to create. So, Jill, have you got these 12 memorized now?
No.
It
Yes.
might take a little while.
Yeah, well, I first I need to print out. I think when I hear, or when I see the name, I was like, okay. But I'm also going on a 10-day retreat, and I'm going to be leading some Qigong. So I
Good.
thought this would be a good.
This would be a good thing to do, particularly on a retreat.
Yes.
I've got I think maybe we watched some parts of this. There's a great documentary on Tibetan yogis on YouTube, and I think we've watched some little bits and pieces of it. So they do a lot of meditation during the day, but that's not the only thing they do. They've got to take care of their bodies, and one of the things they do every morning for 2 hours is a fairly rigorous kind of qigong. It's quite rigorous, actually.
Mm.
They do yogic flying, right, which is literally jumping up off your mat 4 feet and then slamming down to the ground. It's much more rigorous than I want to be doing. But you have to take care of your bodies, and these exercises, I think, would be really compatible with a lot of meditation techniques because they're so soft, they're so gentle, they're not upsetting. You don't do any yogic flying, right? Although there are a few moves in here that are a little more energetic. Anyway, we've got 10 more minutes. So Jack, yes.
I have a question. It's sort of a back to basics question. So we have exercises that, like the Yang Qi clears tension, cleansing exercises. We have some like in primordial Qigong where we're collecting and leaving it there. So when we do the, 3 Tai Chi Qigongs, what are we doing there?
You're gathering cosmic chi, mostly yang chi from heaven, right? And breathing it into the crown chakra and the third eye. Some people just say the third eye, but I do both, right? And then sinking it down to the Dan Qian and the Mingmen, and you just leave it there, all right?
Okay.
On Sunday morning, we do an exercise where we a little more vigorous, where we're grabbing, pulling down. You can do that as a single exercise, right? But we alternate it with grabbing yin chi from earth and bringing that into the danshan. So you're getting yang and you're getting yin. When we do the gathering exercise like this, in this series, we're only doing the middle danshan, the danshan proper. But on Sunday morning, we do the upper, the middle, and the lower danshan. Right, so the upper danshan, right, and then the middle danshan, and the lower danshan. So you're gathering yang chi from heaven, you're gathering yin chi from earth, and when you're doing the middle of these, you're gathering a mixture of yin and yang from life itself, mainly from plants and trees, right? But you're just gathering, you're gathering the force. Jack, does that answer your question?
It does. Yeah, it does.
And that very simple idea is in all the exercises. In a lot of ways, meditation, Fang Zheng Gong, Huanyan Qigong, silk reeling, Tai Chi form, and then push hands are all on a spectrum. They're actually all the same thing. Right? So that's why you find moves in the Tai Chi form that show up in Fang Zheng Gong. Right? So there may be little variations on them, right? But when you're doing a movement like this, right, you're picking a star and bringing it into your Dan Qian. You pick a star and bring it. Well, that's exactly the same as a Tai Chi move called Yun Shou, cloud hands. Wave hands like clouds. The function is a little different. Rather than picking, but the actual movement itself is the same. So one of the reasons for doing all these different levels of things, different aspects, is to wake up in you a realization that in your own life, of course, it's going to go all the way from times that are most quiet and most contemplative to times that are most active, let's say. But that's actually all the same thing, right? They're not; those aren't different realms. They're actually the same place, and the same place, of course, is you. So when you're training, you start to realize, wait a minute, isn't that the same move? Yeah, it is the same move, but it's done a little differently. Right? So when you're doing silk reeling, well, you might be doing some punches, but you're not doing them violently. Well, how close is that to Wind Swings Willow? It was very close. Well, wow, it's very, very similar. When you do the form, when you do an advanced form. Right? It's all the same thing. It's just some of them have a little hot sauce spread on it. Some of them just have a little mayonnaise, right? Some of them don't have any sauce at all. It's just kind of different ways of doing it, and you realize, oh, it's all one language. Like when you speak, sometimes you speak very softly. Sometimes you're really stern, right? Sometimes you're angry, right? Sometimes you're loving, right? It's all speech. It's all the same thing. And it's the same thing with movement. Okay, guys, you got 5 to 10 minutes left, depending on how you want to look at this. Do you want to do Jill? What do you want to lead us in?
Oh, that's a good question. I think, let's see. I don't know. I feel like doing a stick form.
Go for it.
Okay, I'm sorry. I just arrived last night and I don't have my stick yet. I need to go to the
Oh,
to my little storage room downstairs, so I can't do a stick form today.
oh, okay.
I will be able tomorrow, but
All
Do
right.
something else.
Yeah. Yeah, we
Yeah.
can do a 5 animal. How's that?
great.
Okay.
Thank you for being flexible.
Yeah, no problem. One moment. Okay, 5 animals. Oh. Actually, I'm kind of out of space, but I'll do the best I can.
Thank you, Jill.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you. And we're right at 10 o'clock.
I'll see you tomorrow, guys.
Yep.
Yes.
Hey guys, see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.